YouTube, Jason here. Been a while since I've done a little update, so I've been busy, so I just want to show you what all I have left in the grow room, and then I'm going to take you outside and show you everything else. But basically all I have left is the casino chip cherry tomatoes, the Salonikis, thing of onions right here, white Lisbon I believe, and my watermelon beefsteaks, golden Marconi peppers. Right beside them are the A.G. Dulce. One of the sets of Prairie Fire peppers. My yellow Brandywine tomato. The German Johnsons. One of my kale. Jalapenos, which I've actually got some others planted outside already. Down in here, these are mystery maters out of the compost bin. My California Wonder peppers. I actually ordered other green peppers and then they sprouted. Go figure. Rio Grande tomatoes. My blue spruce, Colorado blue spruce. Santa Fe Grand peppers. And last but not least, my broccoli that got really leggy, snapped, and is actually coming back. So I was gonna do away with it, but I guess not. Oh, and I've also got some lettuce over there. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and take you outside and show you what I got going on out there. Alright, so here I am on the back patio. First up is the Concord grape I got, and the Jersey blueberries, and I've got nothing out of them yet, and they've probably been potted for about a week. So to skip over, here's the blueberry I got from Henry Fields. It's looking great. It's got flowers coming on, and somehow the flowers are actually starting to turn a reddish color, so I don't know what's going on with that. Could be all the coffee I'm giving it to bring the pH up, or they could just have reddish leaves. I don't know. I moved the German chamomile out here, and it's still growing slow. One of my red lettuces, but I got better stuff. You'll see that. And my Tiny Tim, it's in its home. The mullein, I'm probably going to leave it where it's at. And then I got a couple flowers that aren't mine. And also over here, I can't get the tag in it, so I'll flip it out. Lemon balm. My wife planted some more lemon balm. I never could get the lemon balm to grow in the grow room, so she's going to try it out here. And my red romaine lettuce that I've got in the self-watering container, it's taken off slow, but it's actually taking to the natural sunlight pretty good. So, and it's been raining. The blue dwarf kale, or dwarf blue kale, whichever it is, and my Roma. Oh, and I got marigolds, so the seeds I planted on each corner, yeah, they're going to be replaced with an actual plant. Instant gratification, you can't beat it. Here's yarrow. The little bit that I grew for my wife wasn't enough, so she went out and got more. And you can see it's actually starting to flower too, so that's going to be fun. The ghost pepper, I'm just going to go ahead and leave it in that container, and you're going to see why in a few. There's spearmint, and chocolate spearmint and regular spearmint. Back up so you can see them. Those were what I got my wife for our anniversary, so yeah, I'm a cheapskate, I guess. And fennel, there's the little bit I grew, and she planted a bunch more seeds there's one sprouting. That'll make her happy. And then, by the way, the yarrow was in that planter I made. And in the other planter I made, down here we got the anise. Then we got dill. And on down we've got the prairie sage. And last but not least in it, the novocaine or toothache plant. So that's just what's up on the deck here. So I've got quite a bit of stuff going. So let's go out to the garden. And a pit stop on the way to the garden. Here I've got the Polish Linguiça tomato and the Rutgers. I wasn't going to use the topsy-turvy tree this year. Those are the only two I've got in it so far. But I ran out of room. So, to the garden. Oh yeah, you can see I got the grow bags out. Alright, and of course the marigolds. I've actually got them sprouting. Here's the beefsteak. It's looking good and bushy. There's the other prairie fires. I just planted them Sunday. Mulatto Islano peppers. I put them in a pot. You're gonna see why. The yellow cherry. I'm sorry, the yellow pear cherry. The OSU blue. And the early Siberian. And seeing how it's an early Siberian, I've already got flowers that are opened. And I think this dude right here has actually already been pollinated. You've already seen most of them, but the Brandywine Seduth that was snapped, it's growing just fine. I got some green beans in between the tomatoes, and that's the Captain Lucky. And it's got a flower coming on right here. So, we'll get to see that one before too long. The Brandywine Seduth that isn't such a Seduth, got flowers already, and it just can't stay up on the pole. I just fixed that like 15 minutes ago. Alright, let's move on to the rest of the garden. I've pretty much got this whole thing filled up. No space for any more tomatoes. The green beans have taken off. The basil's not looking so great. And I actually had to squeeze the orange blossom tomatoes in right beside the basil. And I'll probably have to squeeze some more in. Like, I got a little spot there. I started way too many plants. But I got the Aunt Ruby's German Green out here. I've got the Jimmy Nardello pepper. I've got the Big Pig. I'm going to be doing a review on this one. It's my buddy Jerry Harrell actually made this hybrid, so I'm going to check it out for him. I benefit because I get the big tomatoes. The Conquistador peppers. And the black and brown boar tomato. Now, everything in these two lines, I didn't even harden them off. There's the habanero, still pretty itty bitty, but I've kind of got the grow bag right here protecting it. And these are the other jalapenos. There's the datil, well, one of the datils, and the purple bell pepper. Lift this leaf up here. Haha! I've already got a bell pepper coming on. And right beside it, the cherry bombs. Got one starting there. Got one starting there, and got one there. So this one's doing pretty good. Oh, got another one hanging down here. So yeah, and I never really even pruned it that much. I just picked a bunch of the flowers off. So it's taken the transplant pretty good. I've left all the grow bags. I've kind of left space to fill up. I'm actually thinking compost to fill the tops up, so they keep fertilized by the compost, and the compost actually helps keep some of the moisture in too. There I've got the scorpion pepper, and I'll take you to the other side real quick. I had to do a tomato in one of these grow bags just to see how they did. So here I've got the Blancofchens. They're a cherry type tomato, and they're supposed to be really prolific. I've seen a lot of pictures of them where they're just blossoms everywhere, tomatoes everywhere, just big old clusters. So we're going to see how well they do in a grow bag. And next to it I've got the Greek peppercini. Look at these weeds. Those are tomato sprouts. But it's actually got a flower coming on right there by my finger. Alright, here's the other datil with the tomato weed growing beside it. And of course I left plenty of space for compost. The Hatch Green chilies, I went ahead and planted 2 in this one grow bag, and I left not quite as much space for compost, but it'll be alright. And at my wife's request, I planted butternut squash in one of these. I did that quick video a while back of all the butternut squash that sprouted in the compost bucket over the winter. Well, I went ahead and transplanted them into here, and I went ahead and transplanted a lot of them just in case they didn't make it. So I've also got a bunch of the worm castings, probably even some worms in there, so they should do really good. And right there, that's the pink oxheart tomatoes, and I think I'm gonna get some pink oxhearts this year. Check that out. I've already got flowers, and one of them's actually looking like it's about ready to open. That one towards the top. So I think it's going to be a great year for tomatoes. Everything's looking really good. My other Brandywine Seduth that I didn't kill or didn't snap, it's got a flower coming on. There's the black from Tula. It's still a little small, but I didn't get it to sprout till late. And if you haven't noticed yet, all my leggy tomatoes, they aren't looking so leggy anymore. This OSU blue, with exception, it's still a little leggy, but it's pulling through. And the Double Rich, if I can focus in, got flowers all over it. Well, flowers right there, and it's probably got more, but no, it doesn't have more. But anyway, I got them 3 flowers there. There's the Cherokee Purple, next row over. Still a little small, but that one's one of the ones that got a late start. And then the Juliets. I'm actually growing these out. These are an F1, which is basically first generation. I'm actually just growing these out to save the seeds and basically have a second generation of Juliet. So, and these are I'm not sure whether to call them a pear or a grape. More like a large grape, which I guess would be a pear. But they're not big enough to be like a Roma. So I guess a small pear tomato, like a pear cherry, I guess. And here, these are what I've been calling the true double rich. Here I got some flowers coming on up here on the bigger one. Smaller one's still a little leggy, but the bigger one, that legginess has come right out of it. You know, having them out here in the wind really helps. And then over here, I've got the early Siberian. It's the clipping that came off the early Siberian. And if you can tell, I've actually got it in a huge hole. Got most of them in a huge hole, so I can add compost as they get taller. And I'll actually take the lower branches and snip them off. So as they grow, I'll actually plant compost around them, and it helps hold moisture in, and it also feeds them. Here in between the tomatillos, which are looking a lot better, they were really leggy, but they just got planted Sunday. Between them two, I've actually got Boston pickling cucumbers. Little hill built up, so I'm trying to squeeze as much in here as I can. I planned on being able to fit a whole lot more. I've actually done the garden a whole lot different than I did last year. Last year I did long rows. This year I just did a bunch of shorter rows, which I didn't even think about. It meant getting less tomatoes in each row. So I've still got a few things to work in, but it's gonna work. Here's my Brandywine Black. So I've got 2 black tomatoes, I got a pink tomato, I got 2 blue tomatoes, I got orange tomatoes, I got yellow tomatoes, green tomatoes, red tomatoes, and purple tomatoes. And I think that about covers it. So I got tomatoes of all different colors. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this. Sorry it's been so long since I did an update or made a video, but I've been super busy, so now you can see, and things are going to get better. And before I do sign off, here my kale's looking pretty decent. Next down is Swiss chard. Over here, the onions aren't doing so good. Oh, they got a snake in there. Of course, I gotta have a snake in the garden. That's the black-seeded Simpson lettuce. Here is satin spinach. All the lettuces are doing good this year. I've grown more lettuce so far this year than I did all year last year. So, there's the baby leaf lettuce. Little patch right there. I need to add some more seeds. Over here is the rainbow Swiss chard, which somehow is doing better than the ruby red Swiss chard. I don't understand that. But that is the Grand Rapids lettuce. Here's the red salad bowl lettuce, which is going nuts. Oh, another snake. Oak leaf lettuce, which is actually my favorite, and I need to actually plant a few more seeds of it. And then this here is butter crunch lettuce, which is actually really good. I've actually started to enjoy that one, so I'm probably going to be planting some more of it. And the New Zealand spinach that I got from My Patriot Supply never sprouted. I only planted a few seeds, so I'm probably going to be wind up going back through there with the hoe and clearing it out and planting some more, trying another round. But anyway, hope you enjoy.